So Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker drops 81%. Yes. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker continues on falling and falling. this is a this is one of the biggest drops for any movie in the next 2 weeks. And of course the media and Hollywood is gonna ignore this number and say this movie is still gonna gross 1.5 billion. Still gonna pass the Last Jedi. Well, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker suffers a massive 81% plunge from for the last few weeks. Star Wars has been doing terribly despite what the media wants you to see. Despite the media is telling you that this movie is doing amazing at the box office. It's gonna make $1 billion. It's gonna be really amazing. Well, it doesn't matter if it grosses $1 billion. The movie is still a box office disappointment. The movie is still a box office failure. Okay, that's how bad Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is. It is the worst grossing Star Wars. It is the worst grossing Star Wars movie of the sequel trilogy. It's gonna make less money than Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, which is pretty pathetic for a Star Wars movie. So, Star Wars has joined a new club. Mind you, a club the film did not want to join. This past weekend, things have gotten worse. The Disney movie, The Mouse Flick, has only made $32 million this following weekend, which eventually made Rise of Skywalker a part of the $100 million loser club. The newest Star Wars sequel to become the 11th movie to ever pull it off. And of course, to compare it to the other 10 movies that were in the $100 million loser club. So, Endgame, The Last Jedi, which actually watched more but had a bigger opening, Infinity War, The Lion King remake, The Crap King remake, yeah, that's what it really is, Age of Ultron, Civil War, The Avengers, Incredibles 2, was surprising because it had Disney's logo on it, Jurassic World, and Iron Man 3. Most of these are MCU movies, obviously. But the total box office revenue drop between Weekend and Weekend 2 is what matters here. It's a percentage of drop that tells us how bad things really are. Here is the thing we ordinary drops. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is at number 5. Number 5. The only movie that dropped higher than it was, of course, The Last Jedi, The Lion King remake, Civil War, and Age of Ultron. And of course, it is barely ahead of Endgame and Iron Man 3. But of course, but we're not done yet. The Rise of Skywalker Weekend 3 is another 50% drop. If you put them both all together, the Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker actually had a bigger drop than The Last Jedi. It had a bigger drop than The Last Jedi. Easily the worst Star Wars movie of all time. Until The Rise of Skywalker, of course, came out. The only movie that dropped higher than it was Civil War and Endgame. Endgame obviously because there were more and more movies because of John Wick and Pikachu coming out, and Civil War because there were other movies. Rise of Skywalker dropped 81% despite having no competition. Most of these movies had competition coming out the week afterwards. With even The Last Jedi had to deal with Jumanji, of course, as well. And even Incredibles 2 had to deal with Jurassic World the following week. So all of these movies had to deal with some sort of competition. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is the biggest drop for a movie that had no competition. That had basically a monopoly over feeders, but even the monopoly over feeders did not help Star Wars, did not help Disney, did not help Disney Star Wars at all. The fact that Disney Star Wars has dropped 81% from weekend 1 is proof that Disney Star Wars is dying. Proof that Disney proof that Kathleen Kennedy does not know anything about Star Wars other than making it about woke garbage that no one cares about. And Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker has joined the $100 million losers club. The Force Awakens has not. It just shows how poorly Disney Star Wars has done. How awful Disney Star Wars has done. And of course, first of all, you saw we compare it to Solo and Rogue One as well. Those movies still had better legs. Even Solo: A Star Wars Story had a better drop than The Rise of Skywalker. So this movie is in danger of not even passing Rogue One at this point. That's basically it. Goodbye.